Hello and welcome to the annual Hart Golf Media Day. I am your host, Hart correspondent Phil Fortaleza. Next up, we chat with William Penn head coach Elise Warren, as well as student athlete Jonathan Jarvis. Coach Jonathan, thanks for joining us. How's it going today?
Good. Glad to be here.
Thanks for having us.
All right, Coach, first question for you. We now pivot to the men's program as you lead both programs. So how's the squad looking as a group as you head into the Hart Championships?
Yeah, we're looking really good. We're trending in the right direction this spring. Had a couple of hiccups, but the last few tournaments I've been really impressed with their performances. And you always want a little bit more out of your scores sometimes, but I have full faith in these guys. They're gonna do much better than last year, and they're gonna be really competitive here in the conference championship.
All right, Coach. Let's go ahead and learn a little bit more about Jonathan. So can you introduce us to him and give us a little insight as far as what he means to the program?
Yeah, so John's been a staple of our program the last 3 years. I've been able to coach him for two. He transferred here after his sophomore year, and he was a really great player at his junior college, and then coming here, it's another level. And I think he could probably say for himself, he struggled to get in that varsity lineup straight away, but the last 2 years, he's been pretty much a staple in our varsity lineup, and someone we can always rely on to score. He's just a great teammate, someone that the guys love and love being around and having in the van. Yeah, he's from Iowa. He's one of our guys, and we love having him on the team. We're gonna miss him next year, that's for sure.
Yeah, John, first question for you, kind of relating to what your coach just said. How much have you enjoyed this experience playing golf for William Penn?
I've loved it. There's been some ups and downs, but not only is that golf, that's life. So it's been cool to experience it. Everything that, the golf team has done for me, has been really cool. Not only did they offer me a scholarship, but all the people that I've met. I have some lifelong friends now and some connections that I think are really useful in my life. And it's been really fun too. We've played some really cool courses. I've got to travel all around the Midwest playing golf, so nothing can really beat that.
I'll just interject there as well. Like, I think personally for my relationship with John, I think I've seen him grow more than almost any of the other guys the last 2 years. As a person, he's been through some tougher times, and I really think that he's been able to push through those moments and really come out a better person in the end. So I'm very impressed with John and how he's handled some tougher times the last year or so. So yeah, he's been great.
Yeah, it sounds like I always like to say everyone brings a different story to the table, and John's is definitely unique as far as the trials and tribulations that he's been able to go through. So big ups to you, sir.
Thank you.
So John, just kind of talking about the William Penn experience a little further. Are you involved in any other activities or groups on campus?
Yeah, I'm a member of ASA, which is our Association of Student Athletes on campus, which is really cool. Once or sometimes twice, at least once a month, we all get together and we talk about what's going on with our programs and how we think we can make not only like the athletic experience better, but just kind of the school experience, which is another overlooked thing, which is kind of cool, getting all the athletes together, which is a large population of our student body, obviously. So just having a voice is really cool. And besides that, we do kind of volleyball games and dodgeball games every once in a while, just kind of like ran by the pack, or that's our gymnasium area, but just ran by the people that work down there, and that's really fun. The team loves to get together and play dodgeball. We've won twice now, so it's kind of an ongoing thing that the golf team has to show up and win the dodgeball games.
Yeah, definitely, and then that facility too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, Coach. As a William Penn alum, you played for the Statesmen, so. How much do you enjoy this opportunity leading both golf programs at a place you played at as a player?
Yeah, I absolutely love, as I mentioned in the previous interview with Olivia, I absolutely love William Penn, and I had an incredible experience here and grew a lot as a person, and that's kind of my goal as the coach for both of these teams is to help them grow as people, and hopefully the result of that is, you know, better and better golf every year for them individually and as the team. So the biggest thing is helping them to develop as people over their time. This is a crucial part of their life, and they're, you know, first time away from home, and they're figuring out a lot of stuff, and they make some mistakes, and that's life, and they've got to learn that it's okay to make mistakes, and I certainly did when I was an athlete, and it was just a great environment to be able to grow as a person and you know, learn from those mistakes. So William Penn is a great place for that, a great place for learning and growth, and that definitely is the same sort of philosophy that I have on the golf course. Like, don't be afraid to make those mistakes, but learn from them, and you know, and that's golf. You're going to make mistakes every single day. And that's okay. As long as you know, don't take it out on yourself or other people, you know, just learn from them and move on and become better every single day. So those are the kinds of things that I want these students to get out of their experience here at Penn.
Agreed. All right, Coach. Excuse me. We preview next week's Hart Championship. Can we talk about the preserve and what challenges that the course presents to golfers? Yeah,
so the preserve is, you know, you could almost call it a link style golf. It's very windy, it's very open in a lot of the parts of the golf course. So, you know, big greens, the wind is probably the biggest factor out there. You just don't know what you're going to get weather-wise. But it can be very long as well, depending on where that wind is. And, you know, it's a great challenge for us. Luckily, it is relatively close to where we are. So we've been playing it for many years. So we have a lot of experience out there. You know, we're really looking forward to it. I think our guys play really well out there. It really suits our games, and they're really confident out there. So, you know, I'm expecting some big things this coming couple weeks.
All right, John, you've played at the preserve as well. How would you describe the course to someone that maybe hasn't played on it?
I would agree with what Coach said. It's very link style, large greens, but the biggest advice that I would give to someone that hasn't played there is that getting off the tee is probably the biggest challenge of the preserve. There's a lot of tight tee shots, and there used to be very long grass, or referred to as fescue in the golf world, but that's kind of been trimmed down. But that grass is still very penalizing. It's still not. It's deeper than regular rough, and you can get some questionable lies if you're missing the fairways out there. So I would say the most important thing is getting off the tee well, and then putting yourself in the right spot on those greens, not leaving yourself 50 footers all day, try to score. So just take advantage of your short clubs and get off the tee, and I think you can play that course very well.
Yeah, and from what I've been hearing, those roughs are pretty, without no pun intended, rough. So definitely behooves all golfers to stay on that fairway. So, all right. So let's talk about the Hart Conference itself. So, Coach, can you talk about the competitiveness in Hart men's golf and the top level of competition your team faces in the conference?
Yeah, we have some great teams in the Hart. It's really high competition. It's what we want. You know, we want to be playing against some really great players to push us to be our best. Obviously, Mid-American Nazarene is up there. They're ranked in the top 25. So they're the team that everyone's chasing. And they've got excellent players on that team. And so we have all the respect for them as well. But golf's a funny game. You can have your day. You know, Grandview won nationals in 2017. We were just talking about this, and, you know, they kind of came out of nowhere and no one really expected it of them. So golf's a funny game where it really doesn't matter what you did in the past. It just matters what you do on that day. And you can have an absolutely incredible day. So, you know, we have a lot of confidence going in. We've been trending in the right direction. All of our guys are ready. We have 3 fifth-year seniors on the roster, and a freshman, and 2 juniors. So we've got a lot of experience up there, and we just want to make sure that we're taking every opportunity and enjoying the moment, and really trusting our games. And you just never know what might happen. So I have full faith in these guys that they're going to absolutely go out there and give it their all.
Good deal. All right, John, last question for you. What will it take to reach your goals next week as a team and also personally at the Hart Championships?
I would say to reach our goal as a team, it would take all of us to just kind of keep our heads in it. Golf is one of those games where it's easy to get mentally frustrated. I'm definitely a victim of this in the past. One bad hole can't define your entire round, and one bad swing can't define your entire hole. So you just got to stay focused. And as far as score wise, it's hard to say. Depends on the weather. But I would say if, you know, the 3, 4, and 5 guys can stay right around even par, that gives our 1 and 2 a really good chance to go shoot as low as I know they can. And that, I bet that would put us right in contention at the end. And individually, to meet my goal is no double bogeys at this tournament, and to eliminate 3 putts. That's been kind of my kryptonite throughout my college career is putting. I've been putting a lot of work into it lately, and I feel confident, especially on those greens. It's a course I know pretty well, and trending in the right direction. Last tournament had a lot of good stuff with the putter, so I'm feeling good.
Feeling good going into next week. All right,
Mhm.
Coach John, appreciate your time. Best of luck next week at the Hart Championships, and thanks for joining us for Media Day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.